In previous meetings, we talked about a lot about marital happiness between a man and a woman. What is the wife or woman supposed to do with her husband? And how the wife understands her husband and knows her husband's character well and knows his qualities, character, habits and traditions of the husband. In order to live with her husband in safety and stability, without problems and without family disputes. And the concessions that the wife makes towards her husband. And making and calculating the dignity of the wife from the dignity of her husband. And we talked about knowing the problems that the wife may fall into with her husband. How can the wife avoid such difficult problems, whether over disputes, problems over living, high prices, raising children, and problems arising from expenses or management of those in the house? Who is responsible for solving problems and who is responsible for raising children? It is the caretaker of the house, and we talked about the duties of both husband and wife. What is the role of the father in the home and what is the role of the mother with her children and children? And we talked about the problems that mothers face with their daughters, whether in schools or universities, and how the mother behaves in such problems, and she must take her husband's opinion and consult him in resolving problems with her daughters. And we talked about the woman's etiquette with her husband, and knowing the qualities of her husband, and the wife stays away from problems with her husband, and she should not put herself in an embarrassing situation with her husband. We talked a lot about women. And we talk about a lot about the wife or the woman and the husband or the man together. There is a lot of etiquette for a man towards his wife and the etiquette of a wife and a woman towards her husband. We talked about some problems and disagreements about the beginning of marriage. What is the attitude of the father and mother towards their daughter, the bride? And how to choose her groom and husband so that their daughter can live a calm and stable marital life without problems. And how to take the right groom for her. There is also a lot about solving most problems in family and marital life. Follow us constantly to know the responsibilities of the husband and wife together and with their children and other dealings with relatives and friends. From today, we will talk about the man. How the man treats his wife, how the lover treats his beloved, how the groom treats his bride, what are the man's dealings with his children, his dealings with his mother, father, sister, and brother. And what is the prestige, etiquette, urbanization, and romance that he is supposed to deal with his wife, sons, and daughters, and how to be their ideal in everything and in everything. Every stand, we explain the nature of the man, his characteristics, defects, problems and morals with his family. And we explain what are the mistakes that a man can make with his family and the people of his house. And we explain to him the methods and steps that he is supposed to do to avoid the big and small problems that could crack and break the family entity and make the house ruin. Destruction and the disintegration of the family from its roots. And the children pay for it, and they are the victims. We also care about the reasons for separation and divorce. And what is the cause and the basics of the disintegration of prisoners. And the differences between the husband and the wife and what the husband should do to keep away from the separation from the wife. And what should he do? And what should he do to secure his family from the expensive living and the high prices from time to time? And how to secure the family from all these familial and social problems and disputes. Please follow the channel first in order to benefit from it and avoid all domestic and family mistakes. Please enter the channel link. Watch and listen to its videos, work for you and subscribe to the channel if you like watching and listening. Thank you. Tutor Rafat.